What do I mean when I say it is impossible for you to be tempted? It's as simple as this. The Bible says in Hebrews chapter 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 4, 16, 15, 14, around verse number 14. Paul says, seeing that we have a high priest who has been tempted, you understand? Who has been tempted like us. He has been tempted like us, yet without sin. So the law of Christ, the nature of Christ, was that Christ could not be tempted. Though the devil was tempting him, yet he could not be tempted. You understand? And when you sit down and then you start to study it, he says that that's why when you check, it says, he who did not sin, who knew no sin, became sin that we might be the righteousness of God, right? So we know that in the nature of Jesus Christ again, there is no sin. And when you check also, James even adds something very beautiful. He says, God, do not say when you are tempted that God is tempting you. For God himself cannot be tempted. Neither can he tempt any man to sin. So if God himself cannot be tempted, nor can he tempt. And we can see that Jesus Christ also is God, being equal with the Father. Then we are able to know that Jesus Christ cannot be tempted. And if Jesus Christ himself, being God, cannot be tempted, now John then tells us something very important. Then he says to us that we do not know how we shall look, but we know that when he appears, we shall look like him. Because as he is up there, so are we down here. So if Jesus was unable to be tempted, then it is also unlawful for you to be tempted. It is impossible for you to be tempted. And you cannot be tempted. Because there's no nature of temptation that you can ever survive in. That's why when Jesus even spoke, he says, rejoice because I have overcome the world. So if Jesus overcame the world, listen, when he says rejoice, he did not say, I have overcome, therefore you are going to overcome. He says, I have overcome. So when you rejoice with him, it means that you also have overcome the world. So it means that even temptation, even in its laws, it cannot tempt you. Even when you are tempted, you cannot feel that you're tempted. Meaning in your nature, your true nature, you can't be tempted. It is impossible for you to be tempted. I'm not talking about sinning here. I'm just talking about being tempted. It is impossible. You understand? For you to be even able to be tempted. But now when James continues, because I think it's in James 4, James 5, when he continues in this topic, then he adds something very powerful. Then he says, but when you are tempted by your own desires. And why would he say by your own? Imagine. Because when the devil came and tempted not the devil, sadly he can't tempt himself. But when the devil tempted Jesus, he did not tempt Jesus with something that Jesus did not want. Because for him to take Jesus, And you must understand, when the Bible says, and Jesus was hungry. And then the devil came and said, turn the stone into bread and eat. Now when you check that statement, you're like, my God. And then Jesus had to respond to the devil and say, men shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes out of the mouth of God. Right? Now you look at that, and now what you know is Jesus was hungry. So if Jesus was hungry, he wanted food. That's what Jesus actually wanted, food. But the tempter came and he says, take this stone and turn it into bread. If you be the Son of God. You understand? And then when you check, after Jesus responded there, you also need to understand, this is very important. Because the bread and the stone turning into the bread was not the issue. Jesus could have turned the stone into bread and eat it, and being fully nourished. But the problem was, who was the one commanding me to eat this bread? You understand? That is why when he had to respond, he was like, man does not live by bread alone. Because now the commandment is saying, take the stone, turn it into bread. And now the issue is not the bread eating. It is the commandment. Who is the one who commanded it? And then after we see that desire of Jesus is now overcame by Jesus. He conquered this enemy. Now the devil then comes to him again. And then the Bible says, and the devil took him and placed him on top of the temple. And then he says, jump from here and fall. And as it is written in scripture, meaning let us test whether the scripture is true. You understand? As it is written in scripture, that God shall send his angels and they shall carry you, lest you dash your foot against the stone. You understand how deep this is? And you need to understand, because he was like, let us test this scripture. If you are the Son of God, let's test this, whether this scripture is true. Because we know that if you're the Son of God, this scripture will manifest in your life. But when Jesus then stood there on top, looking at the ground, he said, man, he said that you shall not tempt the Lord your God. Why would he say to the devil, you shall not tempt the Lord your God? He was not speaking to the devil. It was a desire of Jesus in him. That's why he says, you shall not tempt the Lord your God. Because the devil does not worship God. And God is not his God. That's why he says, you shall not tempt the Lord your God. Because he did not, because if he spoke to the devil, then the devil should have fled. But when he spoke to himself. You understand? And then after that, the devil was like, I slept. Did not work out. And then the devil moved him from the temple. Then he placed him on a mountain, the highest mountain that ever exists. And it's not even Mount Everest. That one is still small. But it was a very high mountain. And then he showed him all the kingdoms of this world. And then he says, if you shall worship me. So it was also the desire of Jesus that all the kingdoms should be submissive to him.
This is deep.
You understand?
Yeah.
And then that's why now the devil then took advantage of the desire of Jesus. And then he says, if you be the Son, if you see all of this, and it's all riches, all its monies. I promise you. I promise. Just bow with me. Right now. You will have them all. And the devil was not lying. One thing I'm telling you, the devil was not, it was not like after Jesus bowed down, he was like, I'm joking. I am telling you, Jesus was going to be even the king of the Roman kingdom. That is how bad the devil was going to make him. With all of his riches. This is because the devil was not lying. You think that the devil is he was not lying, he was telling the truth. Not the truth of God though, but he was telling the truth. He was going to make him literally the head of the Roman Empire, to the point where even the name Caesar would have been removed to Jesus. This is how bad the devil was tempting him. Because he knew, this one also wants to be a ruler. Because he knows that in his assignment, there are many people who have to be submissive to him. You must remember that. There are many people who have to be submissive to him. So Jesus, when Jesus was saying, when the devil was saying to him that just bow down to me. So then it means that the devil was going to be the father of Jesus. Because in the nature, remember, in the nature of Jesus, he desired, because you must understand, by the age of 30, Jesus is a spiritually educated man. Number one. Number two, by that same age of 30, Jesus has I don't know, I can't say he has a PhD or a degree. But he has that PhD level, though he does not have though he's not a Pharisee. But he has so many masters and degrees in spirituality and scriptures. And he knows them so well that you must understand that even when he became a rabbi, when you become a rabbi, you become like a pastor. You want to have members. You want to have a congregation. You want to have a lot of people. Now let me show you this nicely. You think that temptation of many people ended there. It did not end there. Because even after that, you must check. Jesus, after he gave bread to 5,000 people, 5,000 men, excluding women and children, who were counted. The Bible says that the following day, everyone was looking for Jesus. Maybe it was not all the Jews, but so many people. Imagine if it was 5,000 just men who were looking for Jesus. And they ate bread. And they want to come the following day to Jesus again. You must remember, after seeing such a wondrous thing of eating bread, and they did not, probably they ate so much that their bellies were even on the sides. And then after eating such an awesome meal, they came the following day. And let's be honest, after you've seen that, usually you definitely be confident to invite someone else. Let's be honest. So it means that they came with like 5,000, probably maybe 3,000 more men on the side. And all of this congregation is just running after Jesus. Now, even within that position, the devil still tempted him. Though the scripture does not say it. Because you must remember, the Bible says, and the devil left him for a while. And it was during the time when the angels were ministering to him. That's when he was free and relaxed and enjoying and relaxed. But I'm telling you, even at that time, Jesus was tempted. You think that he was just having a large congregation and he's standing there and he's still out. I'm telling you, pride was one of his closest friends. Like, look, Jesus, check that. Just check it out. Look at them. Look at the men that are. Look at the pastors you could produce. And yet Jesus has to still remember that the only people who are actually given to me are the ones whom the Father has revealed him to. So all these people, they are not actually, they don't know me. Yeah, just here for their own purposes, but they are not here for, they don't know, none of them actually know. You understand? And that's why when they came, then Jesus was like, so when you guys came, did you come because you ate bread yesterday? Was it the only reason why you came here? But I advise you, rather desire bread that is eternal, so that cannot perish. And then they're like, oh, how can we get this bread? Then it's like, work the work of God. What is the work of God? Believe in the one whom the Lord has sent. And then after that, they're like, okay, we believe. So show us the bread. It's like, I am the bread. You are coming all right. Your sermon was really on point. The introduction of your theology was really good. But now you just messed up us. You're just messing it up. You understand? And all of them, it is only because none of them knew him. None of them knew Jesus. That he is the Christ, Son of the living God. None knew him. And because of that, they came only for the miracles they could see. So we would look at a lot of, because even if you check, we can read a lot of scriptures and preach about them, how Jesus had many followers. Jesus did not have many followers. Jesus never had many followers. It is impossible for Jesus to have many followers. Jesus only had a few followers, but he had many fake followers. But Jesus only had very few followers. That's why when he spoke to his own disciples, he said, enter into the small gate. For wide is the gate and broad is the way that leads to destruction. And to speak about that, and you know, even in John 10, he says, I am the gate. If anyone enters another way except through me, scare thief. There's a thief somewhere here. You understand? Because that small gate, even Luke, that's why when I read it in the book of Luke, then it says, and it is even hard to enter in. So that's what even makes it difficult. That is what made it even difficult for me to read that. It's like, I don't like this scripture now. Why does it say it is hard? And the only reason why it is hard, it is because people still love the old wine. The cares of this world. They still have too many cares of this world. They still love too many earthly things. And all of this, they are all caused by these guys. What do we call them again? The UMO. Unidentified moving objects. You understand?
So understood. Is that all open on that side there, buddy?
Yes.